Your Excellency, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, fellow Excellency Governors present, members of Parliament present, led by the Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Senators present, Cabinet Secretaries present, Deputy Governors present, Principal Secretaries, other national government representatives, development partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the Council of Governors, I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to all who honored our invitation to the Devolution Conference 2023 and the first biannual conference where we have had the opportunity to reflect on a decade and a devolved system of governance in Kenya. I would also like to take this opportunity to appreciate most sincerely our staff. I've been reminded that they were not mentioned in the list of thank you. The staff of COG for their dedicated effort to make this conference a reality. Kindly give them a hand clap. I hope you have all been enriched and enlightened by the deliberations that took place in the last 2 days. It has indeed been a great honor for the Council of Governors to host this conference on behalf of the county governments. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the reflections we have had in the last 3 days took a holistic assessment of the performance of county governments in the last 10 years, bearing in mind that counties are key drivers for development and realization of the promise of devolution. It is apparent that the face of Kenya has radically transformed positively because of devolution, and that citizens have been able to access public services closer to them. Major changes were highlighted in the sectors of health, agriculture, transport and infrastructure, housing and urban development, industry and investment, youth, early childhood development, amongst others. The reflections also revealed the challenges that have bedeviled devolution since its inception, and recommendations were made on measures to address them as we begin a new decade under devolution. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, as we close this conference today, let me give a few highlights of the 3 days. First, I am very delighted that on the issue I raised on the county assembly's financial autonomy was not just confirmed by His Excellency, the President, but it took center stage in this conference and is part of the resolutions that we have highlighted at the end of the conference. We have also gotten a confirmation from the Senate that this indeed will become a reality sooner than later. We are 50% there. Secondly, the President reiterated his support for devolution with commitment to conclude the transfer of functions and resources to counties within 60 days. He also affirmed his government's commitment to devolution by ensuring the complete disbursement of all county resources at the end of the financial year 2022-2023. It is important to note that for the first time ever, resources were released to county governments on time in July during this financial year. It is our prayer that this good trend continues so that counties implement their budgets without delays and thus unlock their economic potential. Third, the conference demonstrated the reality that devolution has finally been accepted by all, as evidenced by the interest from the many individuals and organizations that participated or got involved in one way or another. The two levels of government and the other players have realized and resolved that they need to move away from competition and embrace complementarity through cooperation, collaboration, and coordination in the discharge of their mandates. This conference also demonstrated that it is a reality in Kenya today that nobody, whether in the public or private sector, can do anything outside the context of devolution. Accordingly, there is an increasing need for all players to understand the new governance framework in Kenya today. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, in the past 10 years, a number of players at the national level of government have proceeded on the basis that their sectors are not devolved and therefore have nothing to do with devolution. However, listening to the discussions on digitalization, and particularly the comments by the CS of ICT and the Director General of Communication Authority, it is apparent that even the sectors initially thought not to be devolved and having nothing to do with devolution need to understand devolution because they are either impacted by devolution or their actions impact devolution. In short, Your Excellency, nothing in this country can move forward without the involvement of counties, a reality we are all have to happily face. It was very refreshing
Direct